Welcome back to Captain Crypto's Compass. Now, I'm going to look at Ethereum in this video. I'm going to highlight key areas that I'll personally be looking at adding more Ethereum. Don't want to miss this one. Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place. So I've gone ahead and opened up the 1 week chart for Ethereum, and I've pulled up a very special indicator. Now, unfortunately, this is not a free indicator, but it uses key moving averages in order to create bear market bottom bands. Now, if we put this on Ethereum, we see something fascinating happen. We can see how Ethereum reacts when it's inside of this band. Key areas of support coming in at between this band, and specifically the lower line here, the lower moving averages of importance. Now, if we just go back and just test the accuracy of this specific indicator, we can see that during our bear market bottoms in June 2022, we can see that the bottom was very close to the bottom line here. We had a deviation and a drawdown of approximately 29% below the specific moving average in 2022. Now, if we go a bit further back during our bear market in 2018, we can see here that, again, we had a reaction at these specific levels, but we had a deeper correction below the specific moving average, coming down about 56%. And during COVID, we saw a correction of about 28% below the specific line. Now, if we go even further back, we can then also see here in our bear market in 2016 that the bear market bottom was actually inside of this key support zone, this band here. We can see that support coming in, and even further back we can see that it also acted as key support for during the bear markets. Now, it's very interesting for me to then take these standard drawdowns here and average them out to give me an indication of what is potentially possible in the future. What are good accumulation levels for Ethereum, simply based off of this indicator and based off of previous bottoming patterns that we saw in Ethereum. Now, if we average out these 3 drawdowns that we had below this specific band, and we just take it to where we are now, we can see that Ethereum is very close to the bottom end of this band. This is currently sitting at about $1,600. Ethereum is currently trading at about $1,900 at the time of this recording. So we can see we still have a little bit of room to go down to test this bottom range here. And it's very interesting for me to then see how it reacts to this specific band. We can see the previous pullback we had the V-shaped recovery exactly at the bottom end of this specific band. So if that happens again, $1,600 will be very important for me to look out for. Now, if we look at key market structure to add a little bit of confluence to this idea, we can also then see we have quite a lot of high pivots and low pivots inside of this area, as well as this low pivot with the wick at about $1,380. So I've highlighted this zone here between about $1,650 all the way back down to about $1,380, give or take, as my first key area of support for that Ethereum will need to test. And I'll be looking at trying to add to positions inside if I do see positive momentum stepping in these zones. But in the back of my mind, if I take the average drawdown as well, I am still aware that we could see more downside potential for Bitcoin. And if that is the case, I need to also allow the same for Ethereum. And if we take that average drawdown, it gives us about a 38% drawdown. Now, interestingly enough, if we take that 38% exactly at the same level as our previous drawdowns, as soon as we broke this line and we just measure 38%, it gives us a potential target of about $1,000, give or take. Now, interestingly enough, if we look at key market structure, we can see these pivot highs and lows here. I've highlighted this area between $1,250, give or take, all the way back down to about $1,000, give or take, as a potential. So for me specifically, these are the levels that I will be trying to accumulate Ethereum for the next bull run. And for me, I'll be patient here. I do think we need to allow some time. If we do see how long we were in the bear market here during this period over here, we can see that as soon as we broke this channel, we were inside of this channel for roughly about almost 200 days, give or take. So we do need to be patient here. I don't think this is going to be instantaneous. If we look at the previous session, this was a bit quicker, but this was a black swan event during COVID. But even here, we can see if we just take a measured move, once we broke that line, it was about 160 days, almost 170 days that we were bearish for Ethereum. So having a look at that, I do need to allow myself some patience here and some time here for this to play out. Hopefully we can see a double bottom pattern form inside of these zones, but I will definitely be looking at adding to my positions between $1,650 to about $1,380. And if we do break this, we also have this potential between $1,250 all the way back down to about $1,000. And these are my key areas that I'll be looking for support to re-enter for Ethereum. So I hope this helps you. This is what I'm looking at specifically for bear market bottoms for Ethereum. Peace and love and happy trading. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.